Pallets dropped too early. Missed flashlight attempts. People being pulled out of lockers. Are you tired of being a victim of both the killers in your matches, but also your teammates' incompetence of pulling out a save? Because I'm here to show you and your teammates how to save someone efficiently with whatever resources we have at hand in Dead by Daylight. And I mean pallets, flashlights, flashbangs, perks, and limited edition items. But before we move on, make sure that you are subscribed so we can carry on this wonderful adventure. Let's get into it. We're going to start with flashlight saves. Using a flashlight can be incredibly useful for saving teammates if you position yourself correctly and time it just right. In the past, executing this maneuver was quite challenging, but a few years ago, Dead by Daylight introduced a grace period for obtaining a stun with a flashlight, making it therefore easier to pull off. The timing for flashlight saves is generally straightforward and consistent across all killers with a few exceptions, such as the Xenomorph, Chucky, or even Sadako. You'll want to start blinding the killer when they're close to finishing the pickup animation. You want to aim around the chin area, where the case may allow it, and wait for the beam to form to confirm the blind. Additionally, the blood point score will confirm the successful release of your teammate from the killer's grasp. As far as our exceptions go, for Chucky, you want to point at the ghost of Charles that is carrying Chucky around, instead of pointing at the doll itself. Same goes for killers that are a bit tinier than usual, such as Sadako, Hag, etc. You want to make sure that the beam is going to cover the entirety of their head. You'll have to modify the aim according to the killer's height. For example, if you're going to face Nemesis, you're going to want to move your aim a little bit higher. Let's dive now into the flashbang saves, my favorite. Flashbang is a teachable perk of Leon, marking the first time survivors could craft an item in-game instead of bringing it from the lobby. Basically, you have to repair about half of a generator in order to activate your perk, get into a locker, and then press the ability button that's going to allow you to create the flashbang. Flashbangs are both thrilling and tense, as you only have one charge per item. Their range is massive, so no need to worry about aiming. Simply ensure that you drop the flashbang in front of the killer. The timing differs slightly from flashlight saves, but precision is key. Ideally, drop the flashbang halfway through the pickup animation because it won't trigger immediately. It's going to make a sound and then is going to set off and actually explode. You can even use a flashbang when the killer is facing a wall and still pull off a save. However, when you drop a flashbang, you're going to notice that the little sound that it makes can alert the killer and they could try to get away from it. Now, let's talk about pallet saves. One of the most difficult to master type of save that exists in Dead by Daylight, and a lot of us are guilty of messing it up. This type of save has undergone numerous changes throughout the years, requiring significant adjustment to master. Unlike flashlight and flashbang saves, pallet saves demand precise timing. You'll want to time your pallet save just as the pickup animation ends. Dropping the pallet too soon, you'll only slightly shift the killer's animation to the side, while dropping it too late will allow the killer to move out of range. This timing is crucial, so make sure that you catch the killer inside at just the right moment. This next move I'm about to tell you about is a bit more challenging to pull off, but it's so satisfying when you get it right. Survivors have come up with this fun and effective technique called a CJ tech. When a survivor is down next to a drop pallet and the killer attempts to break it, quickly vault over it, causing the killer to pick up the survivor instead. Then, swiftly vault again and aim your flashlight at them to obtain a save. The same can be done with flashbangs or firecrackers, just drop the item before you vault for the second time. Let's discuss a little bit background player. This perk has recently sparked controversy as killers have deemed it problematic. With this Renato Lira perk, when a survivor is picked up, you sprint at 200% speed, allowing for some insane angled saves. You can wait at a distance for a pallet save or even execute a flashlight save when the killer is not facing you. The last but not least, head on. With this Jane Romero perk, you can enter a locker, wait 3 seconds, and stun the killer when they walk past your locker. You can also perform a save on a teammate if they're waiting by your locker or if the killer carries them in front of it. However, you have to be extremely cautious as the killer can hear you or even track your scratch marks to the locker. Some killers may even pull you out of it before the 3-second mark is up, therefore making it a bit hard to pull off and extremely frustrating when it doesn't work. But it's oh so good when you manage to pull off a save. And this is it. These are all the types of saves that you can pull off in Dead by Daylight. Some are more safe, some are more dangerous to pull off, but they're all so satisfying when you manage to do it. It can be a situation of life or death, literally. Well, I hope this helped you figure out how to perfect your saves, and if you find that a teammate is struggling with any of these, make sure that you point them out in the right direction. Thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the bell button to be notified of my future uploads. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.